Hello, viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Once again, I am Bem Sherag, and I bring you good tidings. Please stay with me to the end. I have a very important message that I want to pass across to Nigerians all over the world. You see, I have this message on my heart for a very long time that has been disturbing me, and I feel there is no better time to deliver this message than now. This is not the typical kind of message you want to hear. It's not a message of encouragement. I'm not here to motivate you today. Instead, I'm here to spill the beans, to speak truth to your face, to tell you who you are, to tell you about who we are. You see, Nigerians are good at so many things. They're very industrious, they're very hardworking, they're very resilient people. They are good at so many things. But if there is anything Nigerians are not good at, is that Nigerians are not good at taking responsibility and being accountable. We are not good at this. So, over the years, we have become so comfortable with a very comfortable narrative of blaming our leaders for the predicament of the country. Of course, that is understandable, because we know that everything starts and ends on the desk of a leader. So it is convenient to blame the state of the nation on our leaders. But what we fail to understand is that every nation we have the kind of leaders that fits the people. A stubborn nation, we have stubborn leaders. A corrupt people, we have corrupt leaders. A progressive-minded people, we have progressive-minded leaders. This is why even in the Bible, when Israel grew stubborn and rejected judges over them and demanded a king from God, God gave them a stubborn leader, a tyrant to rule over them. So, Nigerians are good at blaming their problems on everyone else but themselves. We are not good at taking responsibility and telling ourselves the truth that we have failed this nation in every capacity, beginning from the least person in the country to the highest individual in that country. We all have failed. We are simply a group of people that have come together for the sole aim of taking advantage of one another. So you will see that despite this situation, despite the tough times, despite the predicament, difficulty of life in Nigeria, when someone wakes up in the morning, all that is on his mind is how to take advantage of the next person. You walk out there on the street and you want to pick a bike or an Okada, give them an indication that you don't know where you are going, and you rely on them for direction and see how they will take advantage of you. You walk into an office, a public office for a public information, and the secretary in that office is looking as a potential mogul, looks at you as, someone that is ready to be duped. She or he is concerned about not what you are there or the job he or she is being paid to do, but all that is on Their mind is to take advantage of you for nothing. You go to a bar market and that trader, that woman in the market there, sees a customer, but despite the fact that she is going to make a profit from selling her goods, it's not enough for her. What is most important to her is that top, that thing she's going to top on it that will indicate that she has successfully taken advantage of you. In the Nigerian balance, we call that sharp. We are, be smart. If you have not taken advantage of someone, you are not smart in the Nigerian context. You are a young man, and we're made to understand that education is the key to success. Of course, this is what progressive nations are doing. The first day you step your feet on the gate to a university or college of education, a polytechnic, understand that that will be the first day you will experience what it means to be taken advantage of by people you look up to. The lecturer in the college of education there is not concerned about what he or she is delivering to the student, but is more concerned about how to extort and exploit the students. They sell lecture notes. If you don't buy lecture notes, you will not submit assignment. If you don't do registration at their office, you will not partake in the assignment. If you don't pay them, it is automatic carryover. These are very convenient stories that we have grown so comfortable with. By divine orchestration, I'm privileged to have been to almost every part of Nigeria. I am privileged to have schooled in Benue State, the Middle Belt. I went to school in the southeastern part of Nigeria. I did my NYSC service in the southwestern part of Nigeria. I am also privileged to even school in ABU Zaria. I work in the north as well. So I know literally every part and segment of Nigeria to be able to talk about this issue. Then when you graduate as a student with that job from a very poor background, you're looking for a job. Every single office you step your feet into, someone is already placed there to exploit, extort, and take an undue advantage of you. You go out there on the internet, you see all kinds of job adverts. And what are they waiting for? For applicants, desperate applicants, to fill in their application so that they will extort money from them. A couple of days ago, my brother called me that he has an interview to attend in Port Harcourt and needed money for that interview. I asked him what kind of a job. He now forwarded the name of the company and the details of the company to me. I went online because as a Nigerian, anytime you are having a transaction with a fellow Nigerian, the first thing that comes to your mind is to be on alert, to be at the edge, so that whenever you are about to be taken undue advantage of, you will detect it and flee. Lo and behold, I search on the internet and see all kinds of scam alerts. On Nigerian, that company is out there. People sharing their experiences of how they have been extorted and exploited. And there is nothing anyone can do about it. The security agencies are out there, and we have a company in Nigeria, Port Harcourt, exploiting people. And no one is going out there to pick them out. You are driving on the Nigerian road, and the policeman is standing there instead of protecting and ensuring that there is security in the land. All he's out there is to exploit, take undue advantage of you. Why are we so heartless? Why do we decide to be pain to one another? Where has our empathy gone to? You can blame all the leaders from morning till night as much as you want, but I want you to know today that you are part of the problem. Your imam is part of the problem. Your pastor is part of the rot. Your lecturer, your vice chancellor is part of the rot. You as a student, you are an integral part of the corruption. Who have I not mentioned? I mean, each and every single individual in that country is part of the rot, is part of the corruption. We have weaponized evil in this country. We have made evil a trade in Nigeria to a point that these things become very normal. And it's not supposed to be so. We can't continue like this. You are even following someone on social media, and what are they looking up to? They are all concerned about nothing but how to exploit you. The moment you step your feet at the entrance of a church, the pastor see a potential candidate for exploitation. This has to stop. We can't continue like this. But how can we solve this problem? How can we save ourselves from this, decay, this terrible predicament? How can we make Nigeria a better place? At least some kind of a sane place for our children to grow. You see, if you like, change the constitution, but you're not going to change the people. So how can we save this nation? The only solution here is to see how we can build strong institutions. Of course, this can be done without changing the constitution. Having a functional and people-oriented constitution that will serve the people. We need to build institutions in such a way that our disposition, our DNA that is prone to these things will not flourish. This is the only way out. But if we continue building individuals and not building institutions, we are like people surviving. We are like brutes that perishes. We cannot make any headways in this country. In this manner we are moving. 2023 is at the corner here. And I bet you someone asked me if Nigeria is going to get it right in 2023. And I tell him, no way. I see no signs of getting it right because the indicators doesn't show that we are doing anything right. You can't have people like the Tinubu, people like the Atiku, and all kinds of names elected as flag bearers of major political parties in the country at the verge of collapse. And you are heading into an election year, you think we are heading the right direction? People that have looted this country almost empty. No, we are not doing anything right. The political elites have not devised any standard, any revolutionary, model to reposition this country. And as such, 2023 is still going to be the same jamboree. ASU is on strike right now. But I bet you before 2023 election, that strike will be called up because the INEC will need the services of the professors from the university to loot election for the politicians. That is all that they are concerned about. No one cares about the destiny and future of the students or Nigerian citizens. All they are concerned about is how to be positioned in the place to take advantage of others. So it is an environment of survival of the fittest, survival of the greatest scammers. That is what the system is all about. The Yahoo man doesn't sleep at night. He is so skilled with programming languages. He is so vast in programming, but he can't put that knowledge into something tangible unless he take undue advantage of the common poor wretched man. You look at a beautiful woman on social media and the first greeting, hello girl, you look beautiful. The next thing is she has seen a potential candidate to exploit and extort. I haven't eaten for the past 2 days. My father is sick. I need to go for a job interview. Please, can you help me with this? Beggars. There is no harm in begging legitimately. But there is a problem when you see everyone as an idiot except yourself. When you see everyone as a potential candidate for exploitation, there is a problem with that. We can't continue like this. Nigeria can't continue. We have to pause. We have to stop at this moment and look back on ourselves and say that no, enough is enough. Let us learn to live as a family. Let us have empathy on one another. If we can't join hands together to fight this menace, God, it is terrible. It is terrible. No one is proud of even engaging a fellow Nigerian anywhere. And I tell you this thing, and I'm not romanticizing this thing. I want to say that if I were not to be a Nigerian, I'm not sure I would be, eager to engage, to interact with the Nigerians, or I'll be comfortable interacting with us. We can't continue like this. Something has to be done. And I think we can begin by making a statement in 2023. Even if your vote is not going to count, give your vote to someone that your conscience tells you that that person is the right candidate to change the situation in this country. Let the corrupt people identify to scheme their way through. Fine, but let them understand, let the statement be clear that they are rejected and they are only there because they are good at taking undue advantage of others. And I believe that someday, somehow, the statement will be loud and clear to change the dynamics. Thank you for watching. Please share this message, let it go around the country. Let everybody get hold of this message. We need a revival. We need a revival in this country. We need a change in our attitude in this country. And until you share this message, you are not doing this country good. If you watch this message and you keep it away from sharing, you are not helping this country. We need to help ourselves. Thank you for sharing. God bless you.